Man, the bravado coming off of Percy Jackson. Let's go. He really did grow up fast.
I am not
Hey everyone, how's it going? Noxidar here, and welcome to the next reaction of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. We finally made it, the season finale. Or as I like to call it, the end of the beginning. I've really been both looking forward to this and kind of dreading it a little bit. I've been looking forward to falling in love with another episode of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I've been dreading it because it is kind of an ending of sorts, and I've gotten very comfortable with reacting to the weekly show that is Percy Jackson. And it also means I'll be diving into unfamiliar territory for me on this channel, doing book and chapter analysis, and it's something that I'm both excited to start, but like I said, it's always kind of just nerve-wracking to try something new. Hence why I really got into reactions in the first place. But that being said, I can't wait to get this going. I saw right in the promotional image that Lance Reddick is there, Zeus as it were. And I'm not sure where my emotional state is going to be when I see that, because I thought he was an incredible actor and I spent so much time with him as a fellow Titan main on Destiny as well. Commander Zavala. So yeah, we have a battle on a beach to get to. Let's not delay any further.
Look, you didn't ask to be a half-blood, but you are one.
Yo, here we go.
That makes you part of something bigger than yourself.
Look, I appreciate you taking the time.
But you're weak and want to quit?
Well, that felt personal, didn't it?
Fury tried to claw me, the Minotaur tried to skewer me, and I don't think a disarm or high guard or refocus would do anything.
Ooh, I have to say, he's doing quite well holding a conversation while also just like swinging full tilt at an enemy. More than I could probably do, to be honest. He's really selling himself short. That's what it kind of feels like.
It's not like there are rules.
Of course there are rules. See, that's what warfare is. Knowing the rules. So you can use them against your opponent.
Single combat.
What?
What? But I set the terms. If I draw first blood, I keep the bolt and you surrender the helm.
First blood on Ares?
Any trace of you leaves a trace of my plan, and we can't have that.
It wasn't your plan though, was it? It was Kronos. It was his idea to frame Poseidon's kid. Is that where he got to you too? Through your dreams?
Gods don't dream, little man, and no one tells the god of war how to start a fight. Say hi to your mommy for me.
Oh, playing on the emotions. Don't get baited. Oh, well played. So I wondered how they were going to do their stage fighting here. I didn't know if it was going to be like, are we talking like Star Wars Episode 3, where we're just like swinging behind the behind the back and everything looks effortless, and or are we going more like Return of the Jedi with weighted strikes and a more dramatized style of fighting? You know, with the flashier moves and everything, it kind of conveys more of a sense of excitement and pacing, but with the slower, more like methodical, heavy hits, it kind of just helps us anchor in on the stakes of the fight itself. And so I'm kind of pleasantly surprised to see this almost seems like a little bit of both, where we get the incredible pacing that I was talking about with this show, but then we also just get that little bit of there are some real stakes here. And I especially love the fact that Percy has kind of elevated that by showing so much bravado. Honestly, I have no idea where that came from. Like, basically having the cojones to stare down the god of war himself and make terms to single-arm combat with the assumption that there would even be a chance that you would draw blood? Percy. Wow. Yeah, this is the exciting moment I've definitely been waiting for. Ooh. Ah. Is Percy doing this because he's splashed in a puddle? Or does his father have his back?
I'll find out who I am.
He did tell him that, didn't he? Holy. Oh, he's going for it. Yo. Outstanding. Oh, that was clever.
Yay! That was so cool.
Don't look at his true form.
True form? We're gonna explore that more in the books, I'm sure. That is a cool looking helmet though. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I love stained glass windows. There's just something about them. It doesn't even matter if they're ornate.
What are you doing?
Living up to my end of the bargain.
Yeah.
Tell Hades I expect him to do the same. Please.
The way he delivered that feels so much like the way his stepdad delivered it to his mom. Please. I don't know if this is a callback, if this is intentional, but obviously Percy learned a lesson in there somewhere, right?
Chiron told me the last war on Olympus kicked off World War II down here. We have to get Zeus to call it off.
You don't want Zeus's attention.
I gotta tell him about Kronos. Did you see how frightened Hades was about the idea of Kronos coming back?
Yes. Well, serious anyways.
Tour starts by the sign.
I'm not here for the tour. I'm here to see Zeus.
Man, the bravado coming off of Percy Jackson. Let's go. He really did grow up fast. Holy. I don't know why I had this image in my head of like a Clash of the Titans kind of thing when Hermes went through the elevator door and it just like was really bright light. They were just like standing in, you know, kind of a feathery white cloud with a table in the middle and everybody just kind of gathered around. One of the things that I have absolutely loved and I have talked about on several occasions going throughout this reaction journey is the blending of the classical and the contemporary, and just the sheer idea of getting inside of a monument to modern architecture, ascending into the heavens through man's technology. The door, the portal that you step through opens up into a veritable realm of the gods, Olympus itself. And just how majestic this realization is. This story has surpassed my wildest imaginings of what I thought that it would be, and yet the goalposts have moved, and now I wonder just how much this story could be. And that's what's going to happen the moment I hit play. I know it.
Two things you never want to be are small and scary at the same time. Things that are small and scary get squished.
Interesting philosophy. Probably also definitely true. Man. And that dynamic lighting. So good. Didn't even break a sweat. Interesting to be in a full suit. He exudes so much power and magnificence without even saying anything.
I didn't steal it. Neither did any of my friends. We tried to get it to you on time, but
You failed.
I did. But I had to come. I had to tell you who did steal it. It was Kronos.
Interesting.
He's behind all of it.
You may go.
But
I know where Kronos is. I put him there. Of course he's coming. That is what we do. We snap and plot and strive. So when I say you may go, it means be grateful, and it means be gone.
the war can't continue.
Boy!
He wants you both weakened.
I will not be weakened by my brothers.
You already are.
Oh. Is this? It is.
I surrender.
What?
Unexpected.
Just spare my son.
Your forbidden son, who should have never been born.
Is Zeus really one to talk? Isn't his forbidden daughter like a tree right outside the bounds of Amp Half-Blood? It's a bit hypocritical, that's all I'm getting at.
The same as your Thalia.
Exactly.
Bravery still inspires all demigods. And I showed a measure of that bravery today. To Silasoi Peratu Patros.
I'll have Athena set a meeting. The whole council will declare my swift and crushing victory. Make sure I never see this one again.
You know, I was kind of wondering why Zeus, in first seeing him in a full suit, was like, for some reason to me, kind of odd. Even though all the other gods that we've seen have also been in plain clothes. But then the precision in his focus, in his eye gaze towards Percy Jackson, towards his brother right there. The precision in his command, just the kind of like aura that he exudes. And I'm talking about Lance Reddick as an actor portraying Zeus here, but also just kind of inhabiting that character, King of the Gods. And it's very clear he is all business. There's never a request. Man, that was that was really unexpected. I fully expected his appearance to be maybe a little more emotional, but to be fair, I've also had a long time to kind of like sit with that loss that we've had. To be fair, he's still gone way too soon, but just how cool to see his performance, where kind of as the concierge in like John Wick, he's all business, he's proper, and he's also, you know, very compassionate, right? I mean, he takes care of a dog. And so to see like the kind of just power and charisma on display, that's Lance Reddick. That's Zeus. That's cool. And here it is. Of all the places to meet, Mount Olympus.
Obedience doesn't come naturally to you, does it? I must take some of the blame, I suppose. The sea does not like to be restrained.
It's that red hair. That's what it is.
Patros. It means father.
Your mother taught you ancient Greek.
Tell me a lot of things.
I don't know when Hades will return. He can be difficult when he wants to make a point.
Do you dream?
Oh, interesting.
Ares said gods don't dream.
Of course we dream. Why do you ask?
Do you ever dream about Mom?
Wow. This is one of the reasons I was so excited to see Toby Stephens and see his performance as Poseidon. Two titans of acting, one also a titan in Destiny as well, as Commander Zavala. But they can say and convey so much acting with their eyes. When he speaks, there is a conviction behind it. Seeing that coupled with, it's like those like just micro flutters in the eyes. And even Walker Scobell does it too, where there's a longing and a searching and a pain, and you see it so clear as day on his face, and it says so much more than words ever could. I think I've told this story before when I was watching One Piece, but I'll tell it here too. I think it's something that people can really take away. Is, you know, there's the saying that the eyes are the window to the soul. I gone through a really bad breakup. I lost my fiance, and so I'm sitting in the the workroom in Japan, and one of the teachers comes up to me, and you know, I'm putting on a brave face, and they ask me how I'm doing, and so I look at them and I say, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm having a great day today. She kind of looked at me for a little bit, and she looked at me and she said, your mouth is smiling, but your eyes are sad. And I realized that I couldn't hide and I couldn't mask any amount of pain, any amount of suffering, because my eyes said it all. And so one of the things that, particularly in moments of heightened emotion within film and everything, the first place I look is, what are the eyes saying? And man, what a just cool moment to break down and just take a moment to bring that in. Well, I've got Percy Jackson laying here on the ground. Looks like he's been having a nice little nap. So let's continue with our reaction, shall we? Is it Thalia? I'm so bad with names if I don't get to practice them. I love this wide angle shot here. And that sweeping score. He's returned home not just a hero, and not just a claimed demigod, an actual son.
An accusation against Clarice.
Without proof.
Exactly.
That's what I said.
It would have lit this whole place on fire. I told him we needed to meet him away from the celebration, so we can talk without any of Clarice's supporters noticing.
I'll keep an eye on Clarice while you're gone.
Talk about a celebration.
I thought it was Death Eaters for a second.
Everything the Oracle said has either come true or makes sense. And you shall be betrayed by one who calls you a friend.
Wow, this happened quick.
Because you knew that Clarice didn't steal the bolt. You did. You worked with Ares to plant it on me. So when the shoes you gave me pulled me down into Tartarus, the bolt will be delivered right to Kronos.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to fight.
Sure looks like you want to fight.
I wanted to show you. You're bad parents, Percy.
Wow.
You've gotten away with it for far too long.
This isn't you. This is Kronos.
I also think it's like especially heartbreaking because I see his point of view and I understand his pain, and it just makes me think back to like episode 6 and what Hermes was talking about and the pain that he has of being forced to stay away, to not intervene, because every time he does, it makes things worse. And I think how much of this could have been solved if there was that stronger bond right here of like father and son.
I met your dad.
Oof. Pay attention to this fight scene.
You did get better.
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
he definitely meant that though.
Annabeth.
I heard everything.
Man, you could really feel it in that moment too. Just there's something powerful about silence. The way that it can just convey so much. Annabeth almost didn't need to say anything. Just revealing herself and just staring down at Luke, and then Luke seeing that just instant regret on knowing what had happened. Like, she didn't even need to say it. He knew. And I was like, wow, that's good. That's powerful.
Luke knows that you'd be a powerful ally to his cause. You're more than a hero now. You are a leader in the eyes of your fellow half-bloods.
Okay, for those of you who are not staying for the full term, get out!
Guys,
You got it?
where is it?
Yeah.
Officially authorized to begin the
Aw.
quest for Pan. No matter what happens, we meet back here next year. All of us.
Here we go. Yeah, man, those stained glass windows are gorgeous. Although they kind of make me hungry for mixed berry Skittles.
It's time to wake up.
Oh, don't do that to me. Oh my. What is happening?
The stories you heard about Greek gods, heroes, and monsters, I'm here to tell you they're real.
Nice.
If you ever feel like you don't fit, like the world doesn't make sense, then you might be a part of our world. So don't give up, because we might need you for the fight ahead.
Oh, shoot. There it is. Oh, in loving memory of Lance Reddick. There it is. Man, I love that call to adventure from Percy Jackson himself, inviting you into their world if you don't feel like you belong here. And the kid in me growing up in the forests of Washington, didn't really have any neighbors or anything. No kids my age to play with, man. If I would have been watching this as a kid, I know that would hit different. That's for sure. It kind of hits different now, you know, being so much older. But yet at the same time, like, I never gave up that childlike wonder. I think that's why I'm always drawn to fantasy. It's because it really is kind of like for all ages, because it is a suspension of disbelief to step into a realm where anything can happen, and yet the rules are also established. And it's kind of, it seems almost paradoxical, especially when you juxtapose that with our everyday society, where there are rules, but you never ever see them applied fairly. And so it just kind of makes you wonder, are there really rules? How is this game played? I don't understand. And there is definitely a comfort to escape into something that makes sense, that can accommodate you, that you can discover yourself within. But my goodness, man, Percy talking down Ares, talking down Zeus, talking down Kronos, and if not talking down, like not backing down. An open challenge to Zeus's dad, right? The Titan himself. Holy cow. Man, there are a lot of thoughts that I could share about this. But alas, I am watching this when it came out, which I hope they don't do this with season 2. I hope they can come out a little earlier when I'm a little more fresh. But my goodness, I have enjoyed this from episode 1 all the way to here we are. It's so interesting to me how wrong I am about seemingly everything these days. And it's not a bad thing. I talked at great length, so I won't do it again here, about how I purposefully just stayed away from a story like One Piece. And people kept saying, like, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I'm like, I don't know. I've had some pretty good bread in my day. And I know I talked about in the first episode how, the first episode reaction, how I missed kind of the boat on Percy Jackson. And I think what it is I needed that personal invitation. I needed that personal call to adventure. And I'm sure for so many people it was walking the bookstore, opening up, especially kids in the US, opening up like, I don't know, Scholastic or, you know, some kind of like those book magazines that you get for book order forms, and seeing that and just how cool that cover was, and popped up a recommendation from a librarian, or from a friend who just passed it word of mouth. There's something just incredible about a good story. And I am learning as I get older that there is something even deeper than that. About a good story that you need, that comes to you at the right time. I started the reaction journey after doing, I think on my YouTube channel I have like 1,000 gaming videos that are all private. Nobody watched them. Well, I mean, fair few people actually watched them, but nothing to this extent. And I lost my adventuring partner his senior year of his high school career. I work at a school, and he passed. He didn't get to finish his senior year, and so I kind of carried on the rest of the school year without my student to work with, and I wanted to I wanted to quit. I didn't know what I was doing. I felt like there was no point to getting on here, doing these videos, and I wanted to throw in the towel. And there in the background, there's that live action One Piece that everybody was trashing on, and I looked at it and I thought, I want to go on an adventure. Right, my student, he had cerebral palsy, and he's definitely an angel sent to earth. And his love was for adventure. Curious George. So I wanted to honor him. I didn't care if this show wasn't any good. I wanted to honor him and go on an adventure, because that's what we did every day. And what I found along the way that's led me here to Percy Jackson and the Olympians is the call to adventure that I needed. It found me, and those of you that are watching here, even right now, you found me too. And that is part of this adventure. And I'm so thankful for it. This has been such an incredible experience. Like I said before, this isn't the end. We're going to continue this journey. And I will be checking out the first book with Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and be giving you like either chapter by chapter or several chapters in chunks, my thoughts on it. And it'll be really interesting because a lot of my appreciation from this show has come from acting and music and kind of like the production side of things. And so now I'm hoping that when I get down to like a chapter analysis, we're going to break down, like, it's going to be just like a Rick Riordan just gushing, I guess, because I love story and storytelling. And yeah, you know, at the beginning of the reaction, when we still had this episode ahead of us, I was like, I don't know, I'm a little apprehensive to try something new. And hearing that call to adventure from Percy Jackson there at the end, I'm ready now. We're going to do this. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be awesome. And I invite you along with me for that. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for checking out the season finale reaction. Wow. I'm so looking forward to season 2 when we get around to that. Yeah, like I said, there's so much more I could say, but we'll go and we'll have that conversation in the comments. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. This is Noxidar, out.